Oh. Hi everyone. It is me, Sailor Moon. And it's me, Sailor Mini Moon here. And today I'm going to talk about this one thing that, well, alright. So today a lot of folks might wonder, did we rip off, or were we in, well, did we knock off the Power Rangers or not? Or the Might Keepers? Now, you might think to yourself that, you know, that we did talk about this many times, but I'm sure it's something that does come up a lot, you know. So, did we do that? And the first thing I would like to say is no, I don't think we did. Yes, there were a lot of things that were the same between both shows, you know, like shape shifting and fighting fiends of the week, you know. Well, following one of both our shows, a lot of things did tend to look the same. But I think that was just out of Over Team being out first. Since Sailor Moon was offshooted from Over Team, or at least borrowed and fostered from Over Team a bit, that might be where some of those things come in. Now, the things that a lot of folks say that are saying about our shows is that we fight fiends of the week, which I'm sure a lot of shows have that same thing going for them, but you know, our show, that is the same thing that we do, that Power Rangers or Strength Keepers or Might Keepers do too. So right there is the first thing that's the same. Now, some things that are also the same is like, wow, yeah, Rita Repulsa takes Tommy Oliver and brainwashes him and makes him become the, evil Green Ranger, evil Green Keeper. Queen Beryl takes Darien, brainwashes him, and then he's Tuxedo Mask, but he's also been brainwashed. So right there are two things that are the same. When you say, yeah, sure, Sailor Moon, if you look at those two things right there, you would say there are the things that are the same. But there's probably like one big thing that that happens on their show doesn't happen on our show. The first thing is that our fiends of the week, they might be bad, never ever get big. Something that happens a lot of Might Keepers over its 28, soon to be 29 followings. And we never ever had to have tools that became a big tool to fight them. Oh, yes, there were times where there was times where you did fight fiends that got big, like when Emerald became a Lindworm or that. But I guess I was like, or the time when you fought Queen Beryl at the end of the first following. But that was like, never happened all the time. Like, once you beat the Fiend of the Week on your show, our show, I should say, that was it. You didn't have to worry about someone making them big and have to deal with, taking them down again. So even though I do think our show did borrow some stuff from the other show, I think it was, I don't think one is a knockoff of the other, whatever you want to say it. Well, you're right about that, Sail Pluto. Like, there are some things, like you got Amy and Billy, who are both highly wise, both shape shift into blue, and well, both names tend to end with Y's. That might be one other little thing that is the same between me and between those two. I don't know if one show saw the other show and then said, "Well, we have to have someone like that." I don't know how that happened. Um, so, and also on the other side of it, you have the Green Keeper, and later on the White Keeper helping the Pink Keeper out. The same way that Tuxedo Max always helped me out for all my 4 followings. Or if you look at the Deacon Cloverway work, 5 followings if you look at the Viz work. So I guess that was just something that was borrowed, because I can't believe that, or that one show saw the other show and said, well, we got to borrow some of these things. You know, almost if Nako Takaguchi saw what they were doing, or Han Javon saw what they were doing and said, we have to borrow something from this show. But the only guess I can come up with is that Overteen was where the Strength Keepers were fostered and borrowed from, and Sailor Moon was offshooted from that in some way too. So there might be some overlap between the two. You know, coming to, yeah, I don't know, over middle. You know, but and then I know, yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, someone could look at that and say that they both had the things that are the same. But I guess at the end of the day, a lot of shows could be almost the same too, with that kind of thing, Sailor Moon. So if you think that our show or the Might Keepers borrowed, or we borrowed from them, if you think that's true, let us know what you think about it. I know we talked about it many times, but it is what it is. That's at least our take on it. There might be some other things out there that we didn't, that both shows do that are the same, but we may not know about it. But let us know. So anyway, follow us over here at Sailor Moon for Life, or watch the last film we made yesterday over here. Sailor Moon, Sailor Pluto. See you later.